Today's courtroom hearing takes an unexpected turn as a defendant steps up and openly admits the seriousness of his actions. This is the case of People versus Salvatore Lorenzo, a moment where honesty, remorse, and responsibility shape the judge's final decision.
Court calls the case People versus Salvatore Lorenzo.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sam Bernstein. Good morning, Your Honors. Sam Bernstein with and on behalf of Mr. Lorenzo.
The case begins with Mr. Lorenzo standing beside his attorney, who immediately tells the court that his client has been proactive. Counseling, early intervention, taking steps before being ordered, the lawyer highlights it all. And it clearly matches the probation officer's recommendation. From the start,
Salvatore Lorenzo. All right, very good.
All right. Your Honor, we've looked at the recommendation. Mr. Lorenzo has been very proactive in addressing the concerns that brought him here with the early intervention and seeking counseling, and that looks like it's reflected in the recommendation by Ms. Plara, so it certainly seems fair and appropriate. The only thing we're asking for and hoping for is if there's any consideration that the court can provide with the ultimate fines and costs, it would be super appreciated. Mr. Lorenzo is a working man, but of modest means, and it's a heavy chunk of his take home.
But then the lawyer raises one practical issue, the fines. He explains that Lorenzo is a hard-working man with limited income, and the financial penalties will hit him hard. It's a rare moment where the court pauses to consider not punishment, but affordability, because justice isn't just about...
Sir, anything you want to tell me before I impose sentence?
I just want to reiterate that, my decision to drink and drive was reprehensible. I'd endangered a lot of people for no reason. And one basic moral tenet I hold is to be a giver, not a taker. I feel I have a long road to rectify that.
All right. The good thing is, if there is that you're here to say all that and realize it, right?
When the judge turns to Lorenzo, he doesn't make excuses. Instead, he calls his own actions reprehensible. He admits he endangered lives for no reason. And then he says something powerful. One basic moral I hold is to be a giver, not a taker. His voice reflects a man...
Because it could have been very different.
Right.
Okay. Sentence of the court on count 1, 12 months probation. You are to pay $855 fines and court costs, $100 prosecution recovery cost, $100 police agency recovery costs, $360 probation oversight fees. There's going to be $555 additional that I'm going to assess on count 2. How are you intending on getting that paid, sir?
I could do a payment plan. I get paid on Fridays.
Every Friday, or you get paid every other Friday?
I get paid every Friday for my first job and every other Friday for my second job.
Okay. All right. So how would you like to start this payment plan? I'll work with you, but...
Yeah. It would take me a couple months to pay, more than a couple months to pay the entirety. I could pay maybe $150 on this Friday.
Okay. So you pay $150 on the 14th.
The judge acknowledges one thing. The defendant is lucky to be standing here, alive and able to learn from his mistake. The sentence is then laid out: 12 months probation, fines, recovery costs, mandatory counseling, testing, sober link monitoring, and strict conditions. It's firm but structured.
All right. And then with your other bills and everything, is every other Friday then going to, every 2 weeks? Would that be?
Yeah, I could do every 2 weeks, $150.
All right. 150 every 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it that way. $150 every other week. All right, until paid in full. There should be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You're to complete the early intervention program, which you already have done, and that is completed. You continue individual therapy with proof to probation, provide proof of the victim's impact panel attendance to probation. That has also been done and is completed. I'll continue the sober link for an additional 30 days in lieu of 3 days in jail. I'll order 93 days in jail. Credit 2, the balance is suspended. On count 2, the attempted RNO, 12.
The payment plan becomes a whole discussion of its own. Lorenzo works 2 jobs, one paying weekly and the other every 2 weeks. Together, he works out a plan to pay $150 every other Friday. The judge accepts it, showing that the system can adjust when a person shows effort. Then comes
months probation, $555 fines and costs. That will be paid pursuant to the payment plan we just worked out. So all of that's encompassed in there. No assaultive or threatening behavior. No assaultive, threatening, or intimidating behavior. There's to be no possession of weapons, firearms, ammunition, or anything fashioned to be a weapon. You're to comply with all of the terms as set forth in count 1 that I laid out. I'll order 365 days in jail. Credit 2, the balance is suspended.
All right, sir.
Thank you. I do. There it is.
So,
So I know Jay. If somebody comes back and yells at me.
And that's how Salvador Lorenzo walks out, not free from responsibility, but with a clear path forward. The judge's message was firm: stay responsible, stay sober, follow the plan, and rebuild your life step by step. This was People versus Lorenzo, a reminder that accountability and second chances can exist in the same court.